All right. Yo, what up, guys? How you guys doing today? Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. All of the love and support. So we're just gonna jump right into it, man. This is why I feel like Sony is mad at Microsoft Xbox Game Pass, because I feel like they feel like PlayStation Plus Premium is failing because they know they don't have any plans on dropping AAA bangers day one. And the reason why I feel like they don't want to drop those AAA bangers on their day one is because they're trying to protect this $70 price tag. So you have Sony on the left, you have the $70 price tag in the middle, and then you have PlayStation on the right. So there's no communication because both sides are trying to do something. Like PlayStation wants to do it. They wants to make multi-plat AAA bangers drop on the service, but being that this $70 price tag is in the middle, Sony doesn't want to allow them to do it. They love gatekeeping. They love to lock down things. They love to do these little exclusive deals, timed exclusive deals. They love to get licensed for DLC exclusive packs to go to Call of Duty, which is whenever this Activision Blizzard deal goes through, Call of Duty is coming to Game Pass. And the fans are hollering and screaming at Sony at the top, but they just can't hear them. Maybe they're on the top of the mountain, and when you make it so high and you're so successful in life, they don't tend to listen to regular, ordinary people, like hard-working people out here that's supporting their brand. Without your fans, you're nothing. They don't listen. Uncle Jim is trying to talk to the big bosses and CEOs up there at Sony, and they will not listen. Okay, he convinced them to make the PlayStation Plus Premium, but they still don't want to give up. They don't want to give up something to get something, because to me, if you do it that way, that'd be a great selling pitch. Okay, we're gonna sell way more PS5s. People are gonna really go crazy if we having day ones. If we're having God of Wars, Uncharted, Spider-Man's dropping on their service day ones, because you got to think about it. It's not like they're coming out every single year, anyways. If you really think about it, then they're not dropping a God of War every year. They're not dropping Uncharted every year. They're not dropping Gran Turismo. These are games that they're not dropping these games every single year. They're not dropping Spider-Man every single year. So what is the problem with a first party AAA banger coming to PS Plus and coming to PC, Steam, and Epic? That's more money for your developers. That's actually helping your brand. That's more revenue. That's if you're making apps, and now from what I'm hearing, they're gonna make a launcher. They're going to bring out a PlayStation launcher for PlayStation Plus, more like a Steam. It's going to be competing with Steam. So they're going to be the live streaming, gaming, Netflix between Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. So that's what they're going to do now. So, that's word on the street. In these gaming streets, that's what everybody's talking about. Go look it up. I'm not capping, bro. Like, they're bringing out a launcher to pretty much compete with Steam, but it's going to be for PlayStation only, that's cool, but they still have to go a little bit farther. They have to bring out apps. You're going to have to bring out more ways you can access PlayStation Plus Premium on live streaming. Can they do it? Yes. I just feel like it's a slow process because Sony wants to know, how can we lock these people in and lock them down so that they don't go anywhere. That's why they bring out these exclusive deals. They're locking down Spider-Man's because we don't want you to go anywhere. Because if you go elsewhere, we don't make that money. But if they own and if they really was thinking, instead of just making these little crazy backdoor deals, Sony would have bought certain studios that they was trying to lock down license and put it on Xbox Game Pass and still have that money coming in. It'll be in recycle. But being that they're only one track minded, they don't think like that. Like, they only want to buy a license just so they want to buy blocking rights so it don't come to another console, which is they're losing money Because how do you want to be so greedy and make money if you're paying to stop your competitor from games coming there? That money can go into PlayStation Plus Premium. You can afford to do day ones now. You're spending so much money on trying to be. That's why I say it's prideful. It's confusing because it's like it's their pride and ego at the same time. They're greedy. And that's what's clashing up there at Sony. Like, they don't know what to do because no one ever seen Microsoft competing like this before. We never seen them competing at a high level like this before. The Bethesda deal, the Activision Blizzard deal. You mean tell me you know when the new Doom is about to drop, they're not gonna Doom and Starfield and Redfall, those games aren't coming to PlayStation no more. They're done. Whatever is out now on PlayStation, that's it. I don't think they're gonna make a Ghostwire Tokyo or Ghostwire Tokyo 2. I don't think that will ever see the light of day on PlayStation. Those were deals was done in the dark and behind closed doors before I think the buyout. Deathloop 2, maybe that probably won't even come on PlayStation. It'll be on PC and Game Pass. I think pretty much here on out, mostly almost 90% of Xbox games are going to be on Game Pass. Because that's the new direction. That's their new pitch to the fans, to Xbox fans. Hey, everything is coming to Game Pass, bro. Everything. 80 to 90% of games are coming to Game Pass. Only thing you're gonna probably have to pay for is like the Maddens and the 2Ks, certain probably fighting games, you know, maybe some timed exclusive games. I mean, these are deals that Sony on these blocking rights. These deals can go out to like 2-3 years out. So being that they put Sony on blast, maybe it may stop a lot of deals from being blocked now, because they're going to look into that now. They made it aware that, okay, this is what they're doing. Not that they haven't been doing it, but we didn't know that it was to this extent. Like, Sony is going out their way to stop it from coming to Nintendo, PC, and Xbox, and Game Pass. That is like 4 to 5 different communities and Steam Deck. So, and cloud gaming, period. So you got to think about Amazons and Facebooks and everybody else that's trying to get into this whole gaming world. Apple, they're stopping things that's probably coming from Android and Apple. You got to think about, like, why are they taking so much focus on blocking everybody instead of focusing on PlayStation Plus Premium? They spend so much time on hating on everybody else. I'm talking about Sony, the boss, the CEO. I'm not talking about PlayStation, because PlayStation wants to do it, but Sony mindset is everywhere else. Okay, they're all in when it comes to Spider-Man movies, Venom movies, Morbius, like all the whole, you know, Spider-Verse. They're all in when it comes to that for some odd reason. I don't know. I think it has something to do with Marvel, and they feel like it's a guaranteed win. So anything doing with Marvel, they're all in. So until they have that Marvel type of brand under their belt again with something else, they don't really listen to nobody outside of Marvel. Marvel is probably the only one that Sony listen to, because that's like a guaranteed win-win for both sides. But anybody else, I really don't see them really listening to you very much. That's why we have so many issues and problems with Sony, because they're so cocky and arrogant, and they're just all about their self. They don't even listen to their own brand. They don't even listen to PlayStation. Why do we keep doing remakes? And matter of fact, if we are gonna do a remake, why not put that on PlayStation Plus Premium, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? Upgraded graphics. It's a lot of hype going to be around it because it's coming day one. It's a remake, so everybody already had a PlayStation since what? Last of Us, what? PS3? And then PS4 Pro, and now PS5. Why not? Why not go day one? You know? Then you put the microtransactions on there. Everyone want to buy new little kits or new guns or new outfits. Make it fun. Like, make it, maybe even build your own character. Make it a little different. You know, put a spin on a little twist or something. I don't know. Make a multiplayer, you know, co-op, and you can create your own player on there. Make it, put some type of spin on it so it will feel worth. You're trying to say you want us to pay $70, but you didn't put a spin. You didn't do nothing to make it feel like, okay, this may be worth it. This may be worth it. We know what Sony can do. We know what PlayStation can do. I think we're getting to the point where we're getting sick and tired of Sony holding PlayStation back from really letting us see the true power of PlayStation 5. We seen where they were going when it first launched, all the hype that was around it. Oh, it's running better than the Xbox. It looks better. The teraflops, and they was doing all this bragging and this and that, and now all of the hype died down because they can't keep up with demand. They're not doing what the fans are asking. What we're asking Sony, just compete with PlayStation Plus Premium. Make it better. You can do it at a snap of a finger. You on the launch day, they should have had a day one game on launch day, just like they did for the console. When the PlayStation Plus Premium came out, it should have been a day one game on there that nobody expected to even be on there. It should have been a AAA banger. Right there, people would have rushed and start downloading it right then and there. That would be the sound, but it's not. The value's not there, so people is not going to go there if the value's not there. You can't say you're going to be a Game Pass killer, a Game Pass competitor if you're not doing what your fans are asking you to do. You're not even listening to us, man. That's crazy. That's the thing that's like, it's so irritating, bro. It's like every day I hear something new about Sony and nobody's stopping them. Nobody's doing anything because they're billionaires and trillionaires. You can't say anything to them. They're not taking any calls. Everything's going to voicemail. All the emails are going to the trash, the recycle bin. You can't talk to them. Good luck on trying to convince them on, hey, man. In these gaming streets, people are talking bad about you guys, man. They're saying y'all ain't really living up to the hype on PS5, man. A lot of people are playing their Xbox Series S and X because the Game Pass is on fire right now. You can't have a juggernaut and the game got 30 million plus subscribers and you just came out with a service and you're telling us to our face you're not going to put AAA bangers on there day one. And you said it's going to be a competitor. You're not allowing anybody to download PS3 backwards compatible, PS2, PS1. I don't know if you can do PS1 or PS2, but I heard something is wrong with PS3, and that was like the bread and butter. That was the fun days with PS3. PS4 had their days too, but man, that PS3, that was a gold mine right there, boy. I think that set the tone. PlayStation really didn't know the direction that they wanted to go. They said if PS3 would have failed, we don't know if PS4 would have been alive still. I seen an article on that. They didn't know the direction that they wanted to go in if it flopped, because it would have been devastating for the brand. You know, if Xbox 360 would have just completely dominated up until now, and then Xbox dropped the ball with Xbox One. But this Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, this is a whole new generation with Game Pass. This is a problem. I've been saying it since day one. Sony's gonna have to step up and allow PlayStation to do things that they never did before. Sometimes it's good to step out your comfort zone because you can really see how great you can become. You can see the things you can accomplish. You can't accomplish them if someone is holding you back. That's like you keep going to work and you never get a promotion, but you're the hardest worker at your job. You know the boss sees you like working hard, right? You know they see you. Come on, man. You're a shining star, man. Come on now. They know they see you, but they don't want to give you that promotion. They don't want to pay you more. They don't want to basically acknowledge that, okay, this person is worth that. That's what Sony is doing to PlayStation. They're not allowing them to give us better because they're trying to protect one thing, and that's that $70 price tag, that's kind of contradicting their own self. They're shooting their own self in the foot. And it's sad that we're only asking them to do one simple thing and they won't do it. Now they want to bring out the launcher for PC. Okay, we're gonna have to see how this is about to go, because if you're gonna be charging top dollar for games on there, it's still not gonna bring the value that you're looking for. It's still gonna run people more into, it's gonna push people in the Game Pass ecosystem, and it's just not gonna hit how they want it to hit. Yes, they want to bring it out, but it still seems like a lot of this stuff is just way too late. It's good that they're doing it, but it's like they're moving like a turtle. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be moving like a turtle if you're asking, okay, we want to compete, but we're making everything very slow so that it can force everybody into paying $70 for these games, because it's like it's not justified really. So how are we justifying the $70 price tag that everybody keeps complaining about if we're going to give day ones to PlayStation Plus? You know, it's nothing to back that up, and Sony knows that. You guys say it every single day. I'm seeing it every day on these blogs and vlogs. You're complaining about it. I'm seeing it. You know, it's crazy that you have to go out of your way just to get them to do one little simple thing that you ask, and it's not fair to the fan base because nobody's really stepping up saying anything about it. Everybody just letting it just keep brushing under the rug. Oh, it's okay if Sony does it. These Sony ponies, they're making it real bad out here in these gaming streets because they're going along with all the dumb stuff that Sony is doing. It's dumb. It's like these dumb business deals. Well, for the fans it's dumb, but to them it's a good business move because we get to lock you down into the PlayStation ecosystem. We get to gatekeep. We get to do these exclusive rights, exclusive games, exclusive DLCs, and the Sony ponies are like, yeah, let's do some more exclusive stuff. But they're actually stealing from you because they're taking food off your table because you have to pay an extra $70 for every game that you buy. And that's the point where it's like this. Just Sony have the thickest skull in the world, man. You cannot get through to them. You think they care about you like that? They're not your friend when it comes to money. When it comes to money, you are not Sony friend. PlayStation ain't even Sony friend when it comes to money. They won't even allow them to do nothing they want to do. We're gonna do remakes this whole entire generation, remasters. We're gonna double back and say we're bringing backwards compatible to a new generation console that PS3 and PS4 should have had. At least PS3 should have started that off right. I would say at least if it rolled over the PS4 generation, we should have had backwards compatible. This is just way outdated thinking. Like I say, they have that old school mentality way of thinking. And if they can beat and cheat their own fan base, they're gonna do it. But by now they're brainwashed. These Sony ponies, they're so brainwashed, man. Like, yeah, they gave you the sauce, they gave you the ingredients, they gave you the recipe to all this good technology, all these bangers, these AAA bangers, the quality. You feel like the little gimmicky controllers. They it's like this is all hype and gimmicky to just woo you in. And then in the middle of the generation, it's like, oh, well, you know, we're not going to do what you're asking, though, right? But we already got your money. We know you locked into the ecosystem. We know you like these AAA bangers. It's like they're breadcrumb in their fan base, but they don't see it. But if it's working, they're going to keep doing it. You know, I don't know, man. I mean, I just don't see how they're going to compete with Xbox Game Pass if they're not going to do the day ones, bro. That's the only point that I'm trying to make here. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. How are you going to compete if you can't even please the Sony fans right now in PlayStation Plus in this generation? That's why I feel like Xbox can win this generation in the end, due to the fact Sony have become so anti-consumer, bro. The stubbornness. It's like they're going to court. They're trying to stop deals. They're trying to protect this $70 price tag, and it's so sad, bro. Like it's getting to the point where, you know, they don't know the direction that they're going in. Now they're just copying everything Xbox does, except day ones. That's the only thing they want to make. They want to make the launcher to go up against Game Pass. They want to do live streaming cloud gaming. They want to do that, but they don't want to do the day ones. So why is that? I'm going to leave it right there, and make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, and click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news on these gaming streets. Thank you and peace. Love you guys.